So let me just give it raw. The reason why you're in the position that you're in is because of you, my friend. You're not adhering to your responsibilities, and in turn, she's had to take a lot of the responsibilities on, and it's put her in her masculine. Gonna give it to you raw. You're a fucking bum right now, straight up. $30,000 a year is unacceptable in Connecticut, especially to raise a family in the area that you're in. And you just have to make more money. You know, all of these problems stem from your inadequacy to be a man, and that's why she's responding the way that she's responding. So I have to put the onus on the man. Now, does she have some things that she has to work on as well? Of course. But a lot of the things that she's doing, chasing her career, trying to move out of the military, thinking long-term with her pension and her retirement, etc., these are all masculine traits that she's had to take on because you're not adequate right now, period. Yeah. That's what it comes down to. So the onus is on the man. Because you're the leader, you're the protector, you're the provider. And right now, the reason why she doesn't want to give up her career is, quite frankly, she doesn't trust you for her long-term security. She just doesn't.
Yeah.
So this is all your fault, dude. 100%. She has some things that she could work on, but the things that the foundation is that you're not strong.
Yeah.
So since you're not strong, she has to carry some of that weight, and since she has to carry some of that weight, that puts her in a situation where she can't even focus on the child. She can't be attentive, because I know your biggest gripe is she's not attentive to the child, which is completely, I see that's a very valid gripe, because she's not adhering to her motherly duties, but she can't do it because, if you notice, it's to make more money, it's to earn on Turo,
for the family.
It's typically for betterment of the family, which that should be your job. You know, you should be the one saying, hey, I got shit to do, etc. She should be complaining about you not being attentive to the child, not the other way around, if anything. So she's basically been put in a masculine position. She can't cook. She's not really caring to figure out what you really want to eat or learn another cuisine, because she just doesn't have the time. And this all stems, typically, a lack of female submission stems from male inadequacy, or lack of trust, which typically comes from male inadequacy. Right. So you just got to be a better man, bro. Absolutely. And the thing is like, you're trying to tell her, hey, I need you to cook more, I need you to be more submissive, you're masculine, etc. You're trying to cash a check you don't have the money for. You can't tell her to follow you or tell her you need to do this, etc. You know, if you're not the man. You got to be the fucking man to tell the girl to behave like a woman.
That makes sense.
You know, that's really what it comes down to. And I mean, this is really interesting, because a lot of you guys that watch the podcast right now, y'all might be laughing, talking shit, ha ha ha, this guy's a loser, blah, blah, blah. A lot of you guys are in the same situation where you're trying to sit there and get women to be submissive to you, or she should follow your leader, cook and clean for you, but you don't have your shit together. You cannot demand submissiveness and femininity from a woman when you don't have all the masculine traits that to demand that femininity. It's you know, we always say, you know, you need authority and you need responsibility. A lot of guys think about the authority, but they don't think about the responsibility. You want to be able to tell a girl what to do. You want to be able to tell her, hey, I need this, I need that, blah, 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 etc. That comes with the responsibility of, I got everything handled.
To be honest, you know what's happening here? You're cashing a check in Myron's name, not your name. You can't cash it. It's not your name.
Right.
So
that's a good point. Or Andrew Tate or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one thing too about like watching this kind of content, is that that's why we're so big on the self-improvement. And a lot of you guys get mad at me, Myron, you don't collab with these other creators, blah, 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 blah. The reason why is because they don't solve the other problem. It's good one thing to have girls on the panel and talk about fucking intersexual dynamics and you should be submissive and blah, 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 blah. But if we didn't teach you guys how to make money, how to become more successful, how to have the right mindset, it doesn't fucking matter. Because you can't command submissiveness from women if you don't got your shit together. And a lot of you guys that are watching this shit right now, you guys might be laughing, but a lot of you guys are in the same fucking boat where you're with a woman and you got her by the skin of your teeth and she's doing most of the work and you guys kind of cohabitate and she makes most of the money, but you want her to still make you a sandwich and suck your dick and shit like that. No, she's not gonna, because she's fucking tired from doing your goddamn job. That's the reality, man. So, yeah, dude, I think it's very important that you need to make more money.
Absolutely.
Period. That's number one. And the reason why she doesn't want to give up her career, rightfully so, is she doesn't trust you. You're not stable.
Yeah.
You know, she's older than you too, so she has a little bit more life experience. She's more educated than you. She makes more money than you. She has a more stable career. She has a pension. She has a future that she's looking at, and you don't have that. So she has to rely on that, because at the end of the day, if anything fails, at least she'll have that security. So she's creating it herself for both y'all, and I'm surprised that this relationship has even lasted this long with her being in the breadwinner position.
Yeah.
So
definitely the daughter is a big player.
And that's where the proof of love comes in. What else could it be?
I'm big on holding women accountable. I'm really big on holding women accountable. But the reality is, man, is that you're fucking up big time.
So I said earlier, she's doing you a favor. And obviously speaking, I'm proud of you for coming here as a man, because this took a lot of courage, because
Yeah.
I had no idea you're not the breadwinner. That being said, though, in this case, we can see
And that's
clearly-
only step one.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just about being a breadwinner.
Yeah.
Like, that's just step one. But like, a lot of guys got to understand, like, you have to be the breadwinner. You got to be the leader, etc. And you got to be able to be that fucking guy where the girl feels safe and says, you know what, man, I could walk away from this job.
Yeah.
I don't fucking need this shit.
But that would solve a lot of problems too. But again, the frame here is that like
It'll solve all the problems,
yeah,
bro.
100%. You want to have her follow your lead, and she wants to. She loves you. I can tell she loves you 100% because she's still here 5 years later, and you're not the man you need to be currently. But hopefully you change that in the future. But for you, like I said earlier, question for you, last question from me. If you actually saw him as the leader, and he manned up and said, you know what, babe, I got it. I'm making $100K a year now. I'm gonna take care of the family. Would you put your career to the side?
I would put my full-time career and probably keep the Army Reserve since it's a part-time.
Yeah.
And it's a minimal.
You'd go into a less demanding MOS, or you would just put, you would go reserve?
Yeah, I'm reserved.
Full-time reserve?
Yeah, I'm reserved now. So I've been reserved from the beginning. So I
Oh,
would
is this going to make you
probably
active, by the way?
Well, it's like temporary active duty
Because you're doing the
status.
training.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's like ADT, active duty, ADTS, active
And
duty
then-
training school for school.
I want you to
Yeah.
respond to what me and Myron said, and then
Yeah,
how
give
you
us your
How are you
take.
going to improve as the man to lead her and your daughter in the right way?
No, absolutely. I think hearing those tough words from you, it's like it's gold. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got things to say, and it's actually
Trust me,
funny.
a lot of them are in the same position.
Yeah, I know they are. I know they are.
And this is, I'm really glad that we got to see this, because
Yes.
this is what I call red pill masturbation, where you're watching red pill content and you're like, all right, I'm going to be assertive and dominant on my girl, but I don't have the fucking, funds and or background to be able to back up what I'm going to say. I'm going to tell her to do this, or I need you to do this. I'm going to behave a certain way, but unfortunately you don't have the backing to be able to do so. It's like going to a bank and saying, hey, I need a loan to buy a house, but your credit score is 420. They're not going to give you a loan for the house. They're going to laugh at you and they're going to tell you, get out the bank. Same thing. As a man, you want to be able to tell women, hey, I have this authority. I'm telling you what to do. The responsibility comes with that of being that man in the first place so that you can actually take care of everything.
Yeah, and I also want to add, I knew coming here, right? I was expecting to hear tough words like that because I know where I am. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
coming from love, man.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
man. And I'm telling you, man, it's gold. It's gold. And excuse me. So I was expecting to get cooked from you, man. And I came here with that mindset to learn something, for both of us. But I definitely also want to hear what she has to say about you, about what you just said about me.
Yeah, the funny thing is I thought I was going to get fried or cooked, to be honest with you, because I see a lot of glimpses of when you have the, all women panels and
I mean,
when the conversations go awry,
You're already
and they're
cooked.
going back and forth with you,
We're both
especially.
already cooked right now.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
I
So
like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
But,
the clips that go viral are the ones where I insult the women for being delusional, etc. And the clips where I tell the men that they're fuck ups never go. They never go viral because no one cares when men get shit on.
Yeah.
So, but sorry, continue.
Yeah, for sure. My question is, and to answer you, babe, like, is there a world where there can be a temporary solution where we're both making it happen? Is that a bad thing to you guys in your eyes, where it's like, okay, he's not making 100K, but he has a better job than he did a few years ago, and I still do need to keep a job?
What
But
I've realized,
we're sharing the responsibility. Is that such a horrible thing to do, maybe temporarily?
no, it's not. What I've realized is this. Right now, I mean, with my chick, she works, but she does it electively. And I told her, you could quit whenever the fuck you want. You don't need them. And I think it's very important for the woman to work electively, right? Not mandatorily. Because when a woman works mandatorily, it's like, oh my God, I'm gritting my teeth. I'm doing something that I don't necessarily want to do, maybe, to earn money. I've noticed it with girls, they're at their best if they don't work or if they work electively. So I want it where he puts you in a position where you're working a cush gig. You're in the military, you've done your 10 years, cool, but you're doing an easy OMS, you're chilling, you're doing the bare minimum, and you're just, getting paid whatever you need to do. And he handles the majority of everything, and you work from a position of
just on the
when I feel
one
like
weekend
it.
a month.
Yeah, exactly.
And
You're
that's
drilling
it.
once a month and you're
told her.
chilling.
And just having a business,
yeah,
like
the two-row thing, like on the side,
passive.
exactly. Exactly, like easy stuff that
Okay.
you could do from home, and the kid is the predominant responsibility. So that's my thing. I genuinely believe that, and I've noticed that women operate best when they work, if they do work, electively, not mandatorily.
Okay.
So that's on him. He needs to be in that position to have you working from a position where, position of power essentially, not a position of need.
But I think we covered a lot of points here, and I can see, definitely speaking, that you want to do better. Hopefully you will.
Yeah.
And you understand his issues, and you love him.
Yes.
And you're willing to take that role where, hey, you know what? If he man's up, I'll be submissive and follow
You
his
guys
lead.
are in a better position than 99% of people, though.
Yeah,
I'll
you
tell you
are.
guys that. The fact that you guys are willing to talk it out, you guys are able to come here and hear another perspective, like, you guys are better off than most people just off of that alone.
Wow,
So,
thank you. That's comforting. That's definitely comforting.
And this is something
to
that can be
hear.
fixed because it's on him. It's really on him. Like, and he can do it. You know what I mean? It's really on. It's performance based at this point, which can be done.
Yeah.